Good evening. This is the initial response for Module 6-3, Domain 3, A, B, and C. Domain 3 involves instruction, and it's the engagement of students in the learning process. Danielson reminds us that engagement is the key factor that ensures learning. And in Component 3A, which centers around communicating with students, we find that students are only engaged in the learning when the instruction is clear. Clarity is important. This occurs when the language that the teacher is using is able to be understood and heard. So when communicating with the students, the teacher should tell the students what they are going to learn, why it's important, and what they will be doing in order to achieve the learning target. In the 3A video that I watched, I was able to see the teacher state the purpose at the beginning of the class. She clearly stated the objective and recognized the academic vocabulary that the students should know. After the objective, she discussed what they would be able to do when they successfully reach the objective, and she asked the students to think and then tell her how they will personally know that they are successful in meeting that learning target. Another student then writes out what the students are saying so that they can have a discussion about that and they can all see what successful look like. In video 2, the teacher asks the students to paraphrase in their own words what they would be learning, and she specifically says she wants them to paraphrase the learning target that was for that day. Students read the learning target to themselves, and then they explain how they will know they're going to be successful. Students then build on what each other is saying throughout the first part of the class. They summarize, build, and correct each other, and they're able to take ownership of their learning. 3A is demonstrated when an evaluator sees a teacher clearly and accurately instructs in a way that the students can understand, and the indication to the observer occurs when the students reach the learning target. So the key when communicating to students is clarity, when providing the expectations, the directions, the content information, using correct forms of English language with the intent to grow the student's vocabulary is important. In Component 3B, we have using questioning and discussion techniques. This holds the teacher to a high standard of questioning. In a classroom that is very engaging, students are learning, and the questions promote students to think and develop answers and consider that there could be many answers to some questions. Engaging questions promote exploration and reflection of the content. Teachers are also engaged with students, and they use conversations to engage them, where students build on each other's answers. Teachers are actively engaged in the questioning and redirecting when it's needed. In one of the 3B videos that I watched, I was able to see high quality questioning that promoted thinking, and then the student was able to explain, and then the teacher and 2 students engaged in questioning and discussing together. In another video, the teacher's questions were engaging and required the student to think critically and build on academic vocabulary. The teacher then provided plenty of time for the students to formulate their answers, and the whole time she was restating her question over and over again while they were thinking and formulating those answers. Component 3C involves engaging students in the learning and is seen when all the students are involved in learning, actively participating and contributing to the class. Students are engaged when they are involved in challenges that cause them to problem solve and think critically. Students are grouped differently for each lesson depending on the outcome that the teacher wants, and resources are used to engage the students. The teacher plans for the pace of the class so that the students have enough time in the class, but nothing is wasted, and the lesson allows for students to own what they're learning so that at the end there's closure and reflection time.